This is a generic comeback. I'm Tilt, and with me is my good friend, really getting to be good friends, right?
Right.
Sister Maxand. Andrea, the first name. How are you?
Good. I'm doing good.
Excellent. So, here you are at the Electric Theater. We're sitting out front, soliciting people to come to the show, in which you'll be performing tonight, which was like 3 weeks ago for you at home. Sorry you missed it. Are you so excited to be here?
I am so excited to be here.
Really? Why?
Yes. Well, the theater is great. I just saw it inside, and it's a really old kind of venue with a lot of character. So.
Yeah. Character's good.
Yeah,
right?
Character is great.
Okay, so let's talk about your musical career. How long have you been doing what you're doing?
I've been writing songs and playing for about 7 years.
I see. So would you call yourself a songwriter?
I would call myself a songwriter, yeah.
Nice. And you're solo acoustic tonight.
Solo electric.
Solo electric. Rocking it.
Yeah, rocking it.
In the free world. Nice. And normally you have a band, but this time you've come out all by yourself.
Correct.
How's that experience been for you?
It's been great. It's great to have a lot of solitude, but it also gets very lonely at times.
So the cathartic nature of it has worn off, and now you're just like, I want someone to hang out with.
Yeah, I'm spending a lot of time on the cell phone to people.
So if you like traveling around the country and you got nothing to do for the next little while, you could ride in the passenger seat of... We shouldn't maybe make that declaration, no?
No, probably not.
No, so we won't. So I'm sorry, Tom. No, you can't. Anyway, so let's talk about the CD. You have a CD.
Yes.
It's on a small little record label.
Very small record label.
Based out of Chicago.
Chicago.
And how do you get hooked up with someone like that?
It was a friend that I met who was doing some work for Microsoft in Seattle, and he just decided he wanted to move back to Chicago and start a label with some of the residual money he made from Microsoft, and so he did that.
Cool, and I understand that some of Death Cab for Cutie is playing on this record. Is that
Yes, yeah, their rhythm section played on the record.
Wow, how did you make that happen?
I knew the drummer Jason McGurr before he was in Death Cab, and he had played on another recording.
Oh.
And so, and they played a few shows with me, he and another bass player named Chuck Keller. And then when he joined Death Cab, I wanted to record a record about the same time, so he just pulled Nick Harmer in.
Nice.
And they recorded with me, and it was great.
Well, that's a rad, thing of fate, twist of whatever you call it. We're going to catch up a little more with Andrea when we come back after this very short break. Stick around. Okay, welcome back to The Echo. I am Tilt, of course you know that because you watch me every week or whenever I'm on. And this is Andrea. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, so we're getting pumped about the show tonight. Driving around the world all by yourself in probably a nice luxurious Benz or something, you still get lonely, yeah?
Yes, you do.
So tell me, what do you do to pass the time? Cell phone, CDs?
Cell phone, CDs, yeah.
You're not reading.
Not reading. It's not good to read and drive.
That's what I've heard. It's probably more dangerous than drinking and driving.
I think it is.
Although don't do that either, kids. Okay, so what are you listening to?
I'm listening to a lot of AC/DC.
AC/DC?
Yeah.
And by AC/DC, you don't mean that band who pretends they're AC/DC, do you?
No, I mean AC/DC circa 1970s with Bon Scott.
I see.
And he was the front man.
So you seriously rock with your tongue out as you're riding around.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of a good way to stay awake.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
It really is.
So where's this little tour taking you?
I started in Portland, and I went through Idaho, and next I'm going to Arizona and New Mexico.
Wow. So keeping it in the West.
Yeah.
This round, as it were. Cool. And how's the reception been? Awesome?
It's been pretty good. I mean, I've met a lot of really, really, really nice, incredible people. Like, Tilt.
Thanks. Wow. I didn't even have to pay her to say that. That's so sweet. But you're from Seattle, Washington?
Yes.
You love it there?
I do. It's kind of a very creative city, there's a lot going on if you are a creative person.
Right, because it rains all the time, so you have to think of something to do.
Yeah, it's very depressing too. That's the downside.
So you just rock out in your garage.
Yeah.
Do you have a garage?
I don't have a garage.
Oh, so
but if I had a garage,
you'd be rocking
I'd be rocking it.
with your AC